Well, hello, Virgo. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Virgo, we're going to go ahead and do a reading for you. I am going to be using this deck, which is the Oracle and Tarot. Okay? We'll be using some other cards as well. But let's get into it. This is for Virgo. Let's see what's coming out here for you, Virgo. I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle and then just pull from the top. This is for Virgo. All right, I'm being told to pull here. The top wasn't quite right. Let's get another one. At the bottom of the deck, you have the World card. Ooh. All right, what did we get here? Prince of Summer, which I believe is the Page of Cups. You got the Five of Winter, which is the Five of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Let me make sure you guys can see that. All right, Page of Cups. It says this is a romantic, flirtatious time for a lot of Virgos. Sorry. It says a deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters. So stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. Okay. So I do feel like, especially with the World card being there, I feel like you are coming into a new cycle. We've already talked about that. And there's other things that you're going to be experiencing as well. But the first card talks about romance. It talks about how you're going to feel about someone, feeling a little excited about a romantic opportunity here. The next card here is the Five of Swords. So this could be internal conflict, and it could also be conflict outside of you with different people. We're going to find out who that is, who that could be. But it says your current path isn't leading you toward the happiest possible outcome. So why not change it? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but be alert to the hidden agendas of others. Okay, so there could be people around you who see the light in you, that see the, see the queen or king that you're going to be. And, are you certain that they are in your life because they are genuine? Friends could be like that as well. So there's a lack of integrity that is in this card. You guys already know that's my lack of integrity card. And it's this push and pull. Not even really pushing and pull, but I mean, there's tug of war here, okay, between you and someone. But again, we'll find out, who that is, what that's about. Fifth house sometimes could be romance. We got the Page of Cups. So it could be a romantic situation, or it could be children, right? But we'll see. Here with the Three of Wands, this is you waiting for something, okay? Here it says, stop to take time to review and make long-term plans, okay? So before you make any type of decision, please think about it first. And we're talking about something that literally is going to be life-changing. Long-term, the type of job you're going to take, starting your own business, the relationships you're going to be in, that type of stuff, okay? It says capitalizing upon your past successes. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all your accomplishments, but you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. So please take your time. And this is why I know that there was a lot of success. You guys also had the World card here, which says congratulations on successfully completing something. This could be completing a course, schooling. It could be something like that. It says you made it through all the challenges that you have experienced and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. So it doesn't even have to be a schooling thing. Like I said before, I feel like a lot of you have completed cycles. So even the universe is like, congratulations, you did it, Virgo, you did it, okay. You're like, I've been through all of that and you're saying congratulations? Like, no, okay, like I'm not seeing anything good about that. But I mean, it's over. That's basically what it means. It's not to lessen what you experienced, but a lot of you are at the process of, you know, you already know that things are not the same, or it's starting to change for you anyway, right? So what we're going to do now is clarify some cards. We're going to start with that page. Oh, we got the Tower here. That came out like by accident, but there could be some unexpected situation, unexpected romance situation. It could have already happened, or it could also happen still. Okay. This is going to be, and this can be an apology too. Like someone could be apologizing because you got into a fight, you got into some type of conflict. Okay, but we'll see. Let's see what houses and zodiacs that comes out here. Card that comes out here is the King of Wands. This could be your baby father. This could be a father figure, but this also could be a lover. Okay, I really do feel like for a lot of you, this was someone that you did not know. This was a new love. Okay, and for some of you, this could be a new love, like someone coming in here. Ooh, no wonder you're doing all this flirting. Okay, because the King of Wands is considered to be someone very attractive and sexy and all that other good stuff, right? But yeah, I mean, I feel like this person could be a water sign. They could be a Pisces. They could be any fire sign. That could be Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. And this person is very mysterious, something mysterious about this person. They can be very intuitive, you know, a very laid back individual, that type of thing, but they take action. So it looks like that this person will take action towards you, or you will be taking action towards someone, you know, depending on the gender roles. We know how that works. But I definitely see someone here that you're going to be very interested in. The only thing is, I kind of feel like this person is not as emotionally available as you would want them to be. It could be you. Maybe you're not emotionally available. This person could be, and you're not. It could be vice versa. But I feel like there's something missing where someone is not as emotionally available as you would want them to be, or as they want you to be. Right? I think I said it right. You guys get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's something like that. I feel like it's something about the emotions that I feel like could be missing a little bit, because Pages does talk about small emotion, not anything that's strong yet. But I mean, it's new. It's a new connection for most of you, so it makes sense. But if it's not a new connection, you may want to think about some things, right? Because part of the Three of Wands is expansion. Can you see yourself expanding with this person? That's what you see. Right? And the World card talks about you're moving into a new cycle, not to do the same thing that you've done in the past. No way. Okay. I also feel that some of you have allowed people from the past to kind of block your good decision making skills. It's something like that. But I also feel like there's doubt. I don't know why I feel like there could be some doubt that you have or your person have about this connection. That's what I feel. I don't know if you feel like they have hidden motives, or they feel like you could have. It's something there where you feel like somebody is not being completely honest. Okay. And I feel like it makes sense because the Five of Swords is here. There's some conflict that you may encounter with this person, or you're experiencing it now. Okay. I mean, there's a lot that I can talk about. I'm like, should I just make this a love reading? The only thing that I can say is I will keep going with this type of read until I see exactly what your money looks like. But yeah, I mean, the first card talked about romance, so that's kind of the height of this reading, the theme of this reading for right now. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Let's see what's going on with the Five of Swords here for Virgo. So with the Five of Swords, there's some trust issues here. You got the Seven of Wands, And you got the Six of Pentacles. So it feels like there's some trust issues. You know, part of the Six of Pentacles is like, why am I giving everything, right? It's an imbalance, right? Maybe it's a strings attached relationship, meaning that like, as long as you give to me, I'll give to you. And it's like, this is why I was saying before, there's a lack of integrity in the connection. But again, that happens with friends and family. You only call me when you want something from me. You see what I'm saying? You only call me when you feel like I can give you money, or if it's something that you want me to do for you. So it's not just with the romantic aspect, but I feel like some of you have been experiencing that. And this happens with children. Every time you talk, there's conflict between you and your child. Every time you talk, there's conflict between you and a parent figure or something like that, or your siblings. So yeah, I do see that the reciprocity is something one-sided with someone in your family. It's something one-sided with somebody here. But the Seven of Wands is like, don't back down. You know, like, you know how sometimes people try to make you drop your guard. They try to like, it's like a weird power struggle where they try to overtake your feelings or your mind so you don't really take up for yourself. That's what I kind of see. But the Seven of Wands is saying you have to protect yourself. You have to defend your stance on things. So if you know that someone is saying or doing something that isn't right, because we talk about what, since I've been on this channel, personal constitution. If you know that that is not something that you are wanting, you do not, under no circumstances, allow someone else to persuade you out of your position. You just don't do it. And it just seems like there's been a lot of with the Five of Swords, it just feels like there's been a lot of conflict with many things in your life, and you're just trying to hold on. Like you're just trying to persevere through it all, right? Be careful about your boundaries here. I also feel like because of the Five of Swords, you know, you can fight so much, you just feel like giving up. And a lot of you may be at that place of feel like giving up, and it's not necessarily in relationships. Maybe you started a relationship and there's other things going on in your life where you can't really focus on your love life. Okay, so there's some things, there's definitely some things here that I see that needs to be adjusted, and that you need to focus on more. Okay, not saying that you can't be in a connection with anybody, but you know, you don't want to get distracted. But I also feel too, some of you guys, there's been some, like I said, there are some trust issues because somebody is being sneaky, or you're being accused of being sneaky. Somebody is scheming on you. You feel like somebody's trying to take something from you. I'm telling you. And it's either they are blaming you or you're blaming them about some things that you know about, or some things that you have a funny suspicion about, and that's when the arguments start. And there really is some sneakiness here. But you know, when someone feels like they get caught about something, get caught with something, then they get defensive. Seven of Wands. You don't know me. You don't know what are you talking about? And again, it doesn't have to be in a love situation, but it is definitely in something. Co-workers could actually do some shit like that. You're like, I literally just saw you go into the drawer and take that out, right? I don't know what you're talking about. You know, they get all defensive, start lying. But there's some dishonesty here. Or part of the Five of Swords talks about being dishonest with yourself about certain situations. The Three of Wands is saying, how do you see your future? Okay, because the card literally says stop to take time to review and make long-term plans. How do you see your future? You got some conflicts going on internally, some of you outside of you. What do you want to do? You got to make some decisions here. Don't make rash decisions, though, based on emotions. Just see how some things may play out. Let's get the Three of Wands here. That's too many. Three of Wands for Virgo. Thank you. Three of Wands, you got the Ten of Swords. You guys know I look at the Ten of Swords a little bit different from everybody else. I just feel like with the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords. I feel like the Ten of Swords is the ending of pain. It started off with this 5. You guys been through a lot. And, you know, the Ten of Swords talks about painful situations ending. It literally says that painful endings, painful endings and painful situations that you've experienced ending, right? Meaning you don't have to deal with these type of things any longer. You're moving towards that place, even if you're not there yet. You're moving towards that place. But I don't know why I keep seeing a lot of nonsensical energy. You know, I just feel like there's just maybe aggression or hostility between you and somebody. This could be siblings, cousins, or something like that. I feel like it can be family members, okay? Definitely lovers. Like, is it like fixable? Like, this is something that I'm trying to figure out. Like, is it something that's fixable? You know, somebody is being accused of having a lack of empathy, right? It's like betrayal comes out with that Ten of Swords. So one person is saying, oh, you're overly sensitive. And another person is saying, no, you're not sensitive enough. You have no feelings for me, right? And this happens again with family members, right? Because you want them to care about what you think and how you feel. And sometimes family members don't feel that way. They can feel like strangers. You know, you feel like you're giving too much, or you're the one that's sacrificing in relationships. You feel like you're giving too much, or someone feels like they're giving too much. There's some insecurity here. And sometimes a relationship can end because of insecurity. There's a lot. I've only literally put 6 cards down here and I'm at 16 minutes. I'll be just talking so much. Virgo, let's see. We're going to get these archetype cards. We're going to see someone outside of you that you could be dealing with. Let's see. 1 card for Virgo. This is someone outside of you, family member, lover, what you will be experiencing. One at a time, please. Thank you. Somebody is just feeling like they're sacrificing a lot. You got somebody here that gives a lot. There's somebody outside of you who is very giving. Very, very giving. And remember, it's outside of you, okay? And I'm not saying, because the 3 of Wands talks about a decision making, and you got the 10 of Swords. So it's not like, it's not saying that you've been dealing with people who have been giving. I feel like these are the people you're going to be coming across, okay? Because to be honest with you, some of you are dealing with someone who was stingy with their money, right? They were draining you of your energy, draining of your resources. You were like, what the hell is this? All right. So I see both cases, right? Because not all Virgos are going to be experiencing people, you know, of either side, right? But I do see that. I feel like some of you guys are going to be, you know, dealing with someone who's very generous and giving to you. Finally, someone that matches your energy, right? They could be an entrepreneur with the King of Wands, have their own business, that type of stuff. So they have it to give, right? They want to give it to you. And that's a part of the action taking. I also feel like you're dealing with someone. This is like somebody who is also very bold. They take risk. They may feel like you're a risk. I actually said that the other day, I think, right? I don't know why they would feel that you're a risk, right? It just appears maybe it's your history, maybe it's a playboy energy or like a playgirl energy or something like that. I don't know. Somebody thinks that you're a risk, okay? But the thing is that you have people that you're moving away from who were reckless and selfish. Okay, this is basically what's happening. Like the 10 of Swords is letting me know that you've been dealing with people with very unpredictable behaviors. Okay, like there's no other way that you could explain it. All right, and you were gambling with them. You were gambling with your life, your emotions, and your heart. Get the hell out of there. And you know, it was a lot of lack of communicating. The person didn't communicate right. Okay, so it's just a lot that I'm saying. Okay, and so the 10 of Swords talks about a lot of, you know, overanalyzing and anxiousness and twisting of words and misunderstandings. And someone feels like they are being sacrificed by the choice, by staying in a relationship, by dealing with a particular person. Hell yeah, that's what it's basically saying. So you got some decisions to make, truly, Virgo. If you're not there now, but It looks like that's where you're going to be. So you got a lot to think about. Virgo, I love you guys, and I'll see you back here again soon.